Hi, it's Robin Sharma, author of The Leader Who Had No Title, founder of the Titan Academy, and I am delighted to welcome you to this mastery session. This mastery session is going to be relatively quick, but I think very valuable to you. Your values determine your daily performance. Your deepest beliefs determine your daily moves. And so if you want to rise to legendary, not only in your pro life, but in your private life, it's really important to articulate and write down and get ultra clear on the top 5 values that you're going to live out the remainder of your life by. And when I record these mastery sessions, my primary intent is to be of service to you. You're the star. You're the hero. But today what I wanted to do is, if you don't mind, I'm going to walk you through my top 5 leadership values. And I come to these every single week, usually Sunday morning, and I build out 7 days, the future week coming up, based on, in part, looking at my top 5 values. And that way, my week reflects my deepest priorities. That's a key word I want you to think about, your deepest priorities. When you look at the true heroes of humanity, the great world changers, those people lived a valuable life, an authentic life. They lived life on their own terms versus aligned with the values that society sold them. And we do live in a world of incredible volatility right now, great confusion, and I do think a lot of people are confused and they're looking for guidance. And there are a lot of people chasing these shiny toys and pursuing these values that I suggest, no judgment, just reporting, that I suggest will lead them not to the mountaintop of victory, but down to the valley of heartbreak. And you do not want to get to the last hour of your finest day and your final day and say, you know what, I didn't live by my values. I didn't do my dreams. I didn't live my gifts. I lived sort of a matrix type life. I just realized now that I'm on my deathbed, I lived under this illusion that the media and culture sold to me through the messaging that we all receive every single day. And there are a lot of people who are living their lives doing work that doesn't fuel their soul nor honor their gift. There are a lot of people, good people, with great genius within them, who are living lives chasing more cash, a better car, a more beautiful vacation. And soon or late, they realize those external things were drugs trying to fill a wound or a hole, a lot like a drug addict, that you can never fill from the outside. And really, a lot of people are pursuing things and social status and applause and ego pursuits and faster cars and bigger titles and nicer vacation homes. Not because it's what they want authentically, deeply, but because that's what society says they need to do, and they're so unaware and they lack the consciousness. Again, I'm not judging, I'm just reporting, but they lack the consciousness and they haven't done the deep interior self-mastery excavation and work required to say, that's not who I am, here's why I'm doing this, it's just a hallucination. And the real reason I'm doing it is because I've got these holes that I'm trying to fill. And so I'm chasing the more beautiful partner, the larger bank account. I'm relentlessly pushing myself in my work, not because it's fueling me, it's actually affecting my health because I'm not resting and I'm beating myself up, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're doing that not because they really want to win and succeed and be king or queen of the mountain, because it's a substitute for a state of being that they're no longer feeling. You see, when we were children, we knew love. When we were children, we felt joy. When we were children, we felt belonging. When we were children, we spoke our truth. When we were children, we stood brilliantly in our authenticity. When we were children, we had little fear. You have been taught by the world to fear. You have been taught by the culture to be disauthentic. You have been taught by society not to be a giant of creativity. You have been taught by those around you not to pursue your mighty vision for the sake of your greatest victory. And I want to validate the true leaders of humanity do not follow the crowd. Otherwise, that's not leadership, it is following. And so here are some of the values I encourage you to think about. These are the ones that I've lived my life by. I calibrate them and I iterate and optimize them, but these are my current 5 top leadership life values. Find the ones that work best for you. More than anything else, remember, don't live your life on the outside to fill these holes on the inside that you haven't filled. Start the interior work of self-mastery to fill the holes so your mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set are full. And then you'll feel joy when you wake up every morning. And you'll work not for the money, but for the meaning. And you'll create with a fire in your belly that will make you undefeatable. It's not because you're pursuing income, it's because you're pursuing impact and craft and love of you honoring the genius within you. Do you see what I'm referring to? Your outer life, you still might work hard. I love working hard. I love it. But I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because of who I am. I have to write. I have to serve. I have to use the rest of my life to be an instrument of impact for as many people as possible. Okay, my top first value, mastery. That's self-mastery and TCM, total craft mastery. Self-mastery, this is not the episode to share it. You know the 4 interior empires. I've done a previous mastery session on it. Mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set. I teach this at my live events. There's no one else in the world teaching the 4 interior empires. A lot of people teaching mindset. You might have a great mindset, positive thinking, but if you have a heart set full of anger, if your emotional life is sad, if you're disappointed from the past, if you haven't done that, the sweat lodges and the journaling and the body work and the affirmations to really open up a heart set, then you can have the mindset of an Elon Musk. You can have the mindset of a Steve Jobs. You can have a mindset of a Kobe, but you're going to sabotage yourself from world class. And to me, this is the great myth of positive thinking. You see a lot of people, they read all the books, they're positive thinkers, they've got the vision boards, nothing changes. Why? Because subconsciously, there's this wounding and a lack of deservability, and it's unconscious. And so they haven't done the work, or you may have not done the work to make the wounds of undeservability and scarcity and the low self-worth. That's why positive thinking alone does not work. This is, to me, a revolutionary insight. And by the way, a lot of the people who teach positive thinking in the past are men. So it's very male mind. And a lot of the people who are pioneers of heart set are women. Heart, empathy, healing. And so self-mastery to me, and this is a pioneering model that I teach at Personal Mastery Academy, it's not just mindset. That's only 25% of self-mastery. And as you know, self-mastery is the DNA of outer mastery. You're never going to perform higher than what's going on within. Mindset is only 25%. Heart set, your emotional life, working from confidence and love and service, and that sense of internal freedom is only another 25%. So those two are only 50%. There's a third interior empire you want to get to world class, which is health set. Working on your energy, your nutrition, your daily exercise, hacking your longevity, eating the right supplements, getting a massage every 2 weeks. You know my 2 massage protocol. Doing your 60-minute nature walk every week so that your health set is at world class. But that's only 75% of the equation towards self-mastery. You can have a great mindset, great heart set, great health set, but if you haven't worked on your soul set, turning down your ego. You know what disease and what energy depletion is caused by your ego beating you relentlessly about you not being enough and seeing your industry peers succeeding and you feel insecure and irritated and angry and jealous? Well, where do you do that work? Within your soul set, the fourth interior empire. And as you do that, you turn down the ego and you open up your humanity and you open up your spiritual life and you become more soulful. And then you release work that is artistry versus just to win in the next few months. When you literally give your life over to a mighty mission that is larger than your ego, and you literally start to see your work as a ministry for the benefit of humanity. And if you're an artist or an entrepreneur or CEO, manager or coder, a doctor, a firefighter, but literally, if you saw your work as your poetry and your artistry, and you were on a mighty mission that was larger than even your ego and yourself, what would the caliber of your output be? And so my first value is self-mastery along with total craft mastery. I don't see my job as a job. I see my work as my artistry. It's my craft. I wrote a book many years ago called The Greatness Guide, and there was a line in there called, "See your job as your craft." No matter what you do, pizza maker, taxi driver, street sweeper, manager, receptionist, barista in a coffee shop, see it as a craft. Be like the fine watchmaker in Switzerland, learning, getting mentors, calibrating, refining, out-studying, preparing every single day so you bring on your magic in your work, and watch what happens to your income, your impact, and the applause of your marketplace. Second core value for me is community. I'm a family man. I want to get to the end of my life and know that I was loving to my loved ones, great human connections. I see myself in this section, value number 2, community, as a perfect moment creator. It's one of my obsessions. With my loved ones, what can we do that's special so that I create perfect moments for them? Speaking of my children, for example, we've been in a helicopter that landed in a glacier in Alaska, and I saw them drinking glacier water. We've gone whitewater rafting. When they were just little kids, I took them to see the Mona Lisa. Dad, wow, the Mona Lisa is like a smaller painting than we've ever seen. We thought it would be big. I've taken them to see the Sistine Chapel ceiling in the Vatican, in Vatican City. Sometimes it's been so simple. Just a simple meal, beautifully prepared, that lasted 3 hours with 10 people, my loved ones, my family. Perfect moments could be with your teammates. I adore my teammates. It could be with your friends. Community is a key element of a legendary life. So my second value that I lead by and live by is community. You might have heard about my 10x value obsession that I've been teaching at my live events to business builders, empire creators, and history makers for many years. And my point is simply this: with our customers, my team runs a protocol called the 10x value obsession. How can we deliver 10 times the value at every single touch point of the user experience that our customers who come to the live events or go into my online courses or even read my books are expecting? They pay $20 for a book or $30 for a book. How can I give them millions of dollars of real value? Someone said to me recently, in your mastery sessions, you're giving away the store, or something like that. I sort of can't believe how much value you give. And my reply was, because my intent is to serve. This is not a business for me. Yes, I run a business and a series of businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. But the point really is, my intent is so much larger than that. I'm on a mission bordering on an obsession to help everyday people understand the neurobiology of greatness. And they can lead without a title. If you've read my book, The Leader Who Had No Title, that they have heroism in them, and then giving them the neuroscience, the research, the performance data that will help them win in their careers, live great lives, live their potential. This is so much more than a business for me. And this comes from value number 2. I see this as a movement, a sense of community, a sense of giving, a sense of helping you fortify the genius within you in a very difficult world. So you say, Robin has given me thousands of ideas in these free mastery sessions that I can choose to act on every day to go out there and fireproof my heroism so I can do great work that wows the world, do great things for my family, and leave an impact on history that stands the test of time. And if I do that in my own way, then I've served you and I've done my job well. Third value, beauty. Years ago, I read this word called esthete. It's a French word, and it simply means a lover of beauty. And so I surround myself with beauty. I love fresh flowers. I don't like messiness around me. I'm like Steve Jobs at Next. If you read his amazing biography by Isaacson, you will learn that when he was at Next after he got thrown out of Apple, everything was white because he understood that messiness creates distraction and consumes your bandwidth. And so when I'm in creative mode every day, you might know my 5 great hours concept. All you need is 5 world-class hours in monomaniacal focus and performance to call it a world-class day as an epic performer. But when I'm in those 5 great hours, I work in tight bubbles of total focus that have nothing around. Often they're white spaces, or oak floors, lots of light, no posters, no distractions, definitely no phones going off and music in the background, because we know from the science it's called attention residue. Every little distraction, whether it's a sandwich on a counter, whether it's a phone going off, whether it's a poster on the wall, you're going to leave some of your attention, your focus on that distraction, which means you have less available to bring the full bandwidth of your attention on the project that will allow you to do genius level work. And so I love beauty. I love minimalism. I love nature. I love great food. I love great simple restaurants where people are loving and they smile and they love food and they love hospitality. And that's why I love being in Europe so much, for example. The Italians are just so dear to my heart. I love sunsets. I love great literature. I love solitude. I simply mentioned my value number 3 is beauty. Beauty might cost, and it might not cost anything. You know, you get on your mountain bike, or you go skiing, or you go running in the woods, trail running, or you do yoga on a hike, or you head out into the desert and watch the sunset. I don't know what beauty looks like to you. You're brilliant. You can find it. But I just want to offer you my third value to live by. Surround your life with beauty. Life is just too short not to be around beauty, and that includes people who see the beauty in you. Life is too short to be around people who are toxic, who don't understand you, who don't love you for who you are, quirky and eccentric as you are. I love the line. It's not my line, but everyone seems normal until you get to know them. And so you want to be around people who go, you know what? I didn't realize how weird you were, but I love you for that. Okay, value number 4, prosperity. I'm not going to be one of those people who is going to suggest to you money is not important, because philanthropy comes from prosperity, and I am a philanthropist, and I believe when you make money, it allows you to do amazing things for yourself, amazing things for your loved ones. You want to be financially free, and it allows you to serve the world. One of my favorite books is The Billionaire Who Wasn't. Read the book. It's about the gentleman who started the duty-free shops that you see in all the airports. And that was just like a revolutionary concept because, as you know, I've mentioned this in a previous mastery session, originality is the key to legendary. And you'll never rise to iconic if you're copying other people in your industry. You've got to come up with an idea, a product, an insight that literally massively disrupts what has always been in your industry. That's how you build an empire. That's how you change the world. And so he came up with this idea, why don't we sell duty-free goods at airports? And then he did the relationships, and it made him a fortune. Here's the beautiful thing. He made a commitment to give everything away, the billions, while he was alive. It was just a commitment he made with his wife. And last I heard, he was in San Francisco living in a relatively small apartment, and I think his net worth was under $5 million. A lot of money, but he was a billionaire. Larger point, philanthropy is a beautiful thing to consider as you live out the rest of your life. Make enough money so you can give enough to your loved ones and then give the rest away. I've never seen a moving truck following a hearse on the way to a funeral. You don't get to take it with you. The great heroes understood that. That's why they had very little possessions. What fired them was service and creativity and living their gifts and changing the world, not the accumulation of nicer handbags and bigger watches. Final, number 5, fifth value that is really hardwired in me, not just emotionally. I think you can feel my fire, but it's at a cellular DNA level, and it's humanity. And it comes from my dad. It comes from me being in Nelson Mandela's prison cell on Robben Island. It comes from me reading the works about Mahatma Gandhi. It comes from my deep, silent solitude study of the great masters of leadership. It comes from my deep inner work, whether it's the sweat lodge I spent 4 hours in a number of months ago to sweat out any resistances and contractions within my heart, any hurts that I'm still carrying from the past. I've done a lot of work on myself. I'm no one special, but what I have learned as I've lived my life is it's not about me, it's about we. The more you can release I from your vocabulary and really dial in the imperative of less ego, more impact, less victim, more service. Here's a great question I want to end on. How may you best serve the most people with the life you have left to live? And that's all about humanity. Being an instrument of service through your work, through your daily example. It doesn't matter what it is you do. Every single day is a platform of possibility and an opportunity. See, life serves you up 24 hours every single day to model humanity in a world that is looking for real human beings and true heroes. And you don't have to be famous or a humanitarian to be fully human. You just have to be a really good person. And if you do that every day, amazing rewards will come to you. Okay, I love you a lot. I hope you've loved this episode of the Mastery Sessions. If I've delivered great value and inspired you and given you some real solid tactics and information that will help you live your values so you live a fully authentic life and so you truly lead without a title, then here's what I'd ask you to do, please. Over the next 60 minutes, share this episode with 3 friends. Number 2, a lot of people ask me, Robin, could you please share some information on your live events? We are ready to be in the room with you at Personal Mastery Academy or my premier flagship event, which has become one of the most famous live events in the world. It's called the Titan Summit. Richard Branson has been in the room with us. Co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, was in the room with us recently. Shaquille O'Neal, NBA superstars. It just goes on and on. Some of the most decent, successful people in the world show up every single year. If you're ready, if you're interested, just go over to robinsharma.com, You'll find all the details, or you can go to the Titan Academy or the titansummit.com and get all the details there. And then finally, you've probably heard, because a lot of people are talking about it, Robin Sharma Nation. And people are asking me, Robin, could you walk us through it, or at least tell us, what is this program that people are talking about? Very quickly, for 20 years, people have asked me, Robin, would you please come up with an affordable coaching program to help us become legendary leaders, epic performers, world-class in our craft, and live really valuable, meaningful, sociable, soulful, happy lives that are also full of impact. Because we know life is short and we want to leave a legacy. And we also don't want to procrastinate anymore. So is there a way that we could work with you every single month so you become our mentor? And the answer is yes. The answer is Robin Sharma Nation. It's my monthly coaching program where I get to work with you every single month and share you my best tactics on elite performance, creativity, productivity, mindset, heart set, health set, soul set, as well as building a great career and impacting the world. And if you're ready, if that feels right for you, if you want me to coach you every month online, just go over to robinsharma.com and look for the information for Robin Sharma Nation, or you can go directly to robinsharmanation.com and check out all the details. I would love to help you, love to have you in the program. There's nothing like it on the planet, nothing quite like it. And if it's not right for you, no worries whatsoever. Just use the information in this mastery session. Please just act on it today, because ideation without execution is a delusion. And I really do believe it's your turn. And now is your time. Go for genius. I love you a lot. Go be great. I'll see you in the next mastery session. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Robin Sharma. I hope you received great value from this mastery session. If you'd like to receive potent training videos, blog posts, learning tools, and information on my 2 live events, Personal Mastery Academy and my flagship 4-day experience, the Titan Summit, go ahead and visit robinsharma.com.